Good evening, Southeast Texas and Southwest Louisiana. I'm meteorologist Lucas Bostwick. We're taking a look at a radar loop over the past 2 hours, and we can see that there's been quite a bit of showers and thunderstorms over the region, and they've been mainly moving towards the southwest. A lot of areas have received rain today, but a lot of areas have not. So if you're one of those areas that hasn't gotten some rain today, don't worry. There's going to be another opportunity for tomorrow, and it's actually looking pretty good right now. Current temperatures, they're running in the 80s in a lot of areas, and also in the 70s where it's been rain cooled. So there's a lot of areas that are a lot cooler, especially compared to yesterday at this time. Now, satellite red over the past 3 hours shows that there has been a lot of scattered showers and storms today, but not everyone has received rain. So that's been one of the issues, is that a lot of people are like, well, I didn't get any rain today. Well, don't worry, there's another chance again tomorrow, and it's actually looking like that tomorrow will be a better chance of rain than it was even today. In fact, let's look at that right now. We can see that overnight, we're not expecting really much to happen. However, as we get into the daytime tomorrow, scattered showers and storms begin to develop, and this is at 12 o'clock tomorrow. We can see that there's quite a few showers and storms that have developed at this point. And as we get through the day, there's lots and lots of storms that really get going, it appears. And I think there'll be enough energy with this front coming down that there should be a better chance of rain for tomorrow. Tropical satellite shows that we do have 3 areas that we're paying attention to, although Aaron is basically not going to be any type of a problem except for those right along the East Coast. The second wave is also going to be not so much an issue for anybody in particular, maybe Bermuda later down the road, but mostly this wave is going to pretty much follow the same path that Aaron's taking. And it's likely going to develop. This is tropical wave number 1, but tropical wave number 2, we're still watching. However, it's going to start to encounter hostile conditions later down the road. You can tell, though, that it is starting to rotate out there for sure. It is trying to get going, but it just right now doesn't look like that much is going to come of it. However, we do know that sometimes these waves will sometimes like to re-flare up, as we say, later down the road. So we'll have to pay attention to this wave and see what happens, because if it fails to develop, it could move into the Caribbean later, and we don't know exactly how far it's going to move along before it starts to potentially develop. It may never develop at all either, though. So we'll just keep an eye on it for now. But in the meantime, development chances for depression is 40% on the system east of the Caribbean Sea, and then 70% for the one that's also going to be going out to sea like Aaron. The upper level flow locally, though, here supports a actual weak cold front coming through, and this is Sunday, and we can see that we have north to northwesterly flow, which should bring in cooler air from the Rocky Mountain regions, and we should see a bit of potentially lower, cooler lows coming up. We might have a few upper 60s in some areas for lows, which would be a welcome surprise with all the heat we've been dealing with lately. As far as moisture is concerned, though, we can see that tomorrow is very energetic in terms of moisture. All this pink that we have over us, and even a little bit of dark pink, which indicates some real high moisture content. And it will be over us going into Friday. And then as we get into Saturday morning, we see that the moisture begins to retreat to our south. And further north, it's definitely getting pretty dry. All that orange and kind of white colored content you see up to the north is supporting a lot of dry air. And as it moves in, we see that it really gets dry coming up towards Sunday. So we're expecting rain chances to be near 0. And the same for Monday. It's going to be pretty dry. But then by Tuesday, we see that the moisture does begin to come back. So rain chances will start to increase again going forward. The lows tonight are going to be in the low to mid 70s, in general around 80 at the beach. And then tomorrow, highs shouldn't be too hot, maybe 91 or 2 at the most or so, just because we should have lots of showers and thunderstorms going forward, hopefully, so that way we won't have to deal with as much of the heat. And our 7-day outlook calls for 70% chance of rain for tomorrow, 60% Friday, and then Saturday it starts to decrease a little bit. Mainly in the morning will be the best chance of rain, but Sunday and Monday are pretty dry. Same for Southwest Louisiana. Your best chance of rain is tomorrow. Then it starts to decrease Friday, and certainly by Saturday it starts decreasing. And then rain chances will start to come up a little bit towards the beginning of the midpoint of next week. All right, well, everyone have a good evening, and be sure to subscribe to our channel, youtube.com/@GulfCoastWX, and a shout out to all of our sponsors. Have a good evening.